Tkachuk brothers power Team USA passed Finland in Four Nations face-off opener. For 2 periods, the United States and Finland battled in a hard-fought, evenly matched contest at the Four Nations face-off in Montreal. But in a tournament featuring the best of the best, games are expected to stay tight until the final buzzer, unless the Tkachuk brothers have something to say about it. Matthew and Brady Tkachuk each scored twice as Team USA erupted for 4 goals in the third period, turning a close game into a dominant 6-1 victory. At one point in the first period, Finland held a 1-0 lead, but by the end of the night, the US had left no doubt. With the regulation win, the Americans sit atop the standings with 3 points, one ahead of Saturday's opponent, Canada. Meanwhile, Sweden and Finland will clash Saturday afternoon in a must-win game for both teams as they fight to keep their championship hopes alive. Game-changing move, the Tkachuks take over. Though the final scoreline was lopsided, there was a pivotal moment in the second period when the game was still up for grabs. The US was pressing but struggling to break through Finland's disciplined defense. That's when coach Mike Sullivan made a bold adjustment, pairing Matthew and Brady Tkachuk on a line with Jack Eichel. The move paid immediate dividends. "I think those 2 players, not only are they great players, but they're great teammates," Sullivan said. "And when you have an opportunity to play with your brother, there's some added motivation, some extra inspiration. That was something we had talked about as a staff before the tournament even started." While putting the Tkachuks together wasn't a difficult decision, watching them elevate the team's intensity and pace was exactly what the US needed to seize control of the game. "It was better than all those dreams you have," Brady Tkachuk said. "For it to actually happen, for Matthew to get that big goal for our team, it was amazing. Just the excitement, not just from me, but from the whole team, it's hard to describe. But there's no complacency. We want to keep making more memories." USA's relentless attack overwhelms Finland. What made the Americans win even more impressive was how they achieved it. From start to finish, the US suffocated Finland with an aggressive forecheck, forcing turnovers and attacking in relentless waves. As a result, star goaltender Connor Hellebuyck had a relatively quiet night, needing to make just 20 saves. "It makes my job real easy," said US defenseman Brock Faber. "It allows me to be more aggressive, to gap up more, and as a defenseman, you love when your forwards can pin the opposition in their own zone." Even when Finland managed to break free from the forecheck, they were met with heavy physical play along the boards. The Tkachuk brothers led the way in that department. Brady recorded 8 hits, but they weren't alone. JT Miller and the rest of the American skaters delivered punishing checks, wearing Finland down as the game progressed. "We have a team that can create offense in different ways," Sullivan said. "We're skilled enough to attack off the rush, but if that's not there, we can grind teams down. That's an important part of controlling momentum and playing the way we want to play." Guerra's gamble pays off. When Team USA General Manager Bill Guerra, who also runs the Minnesota Wild, selected 2 of his own players, Matthew Boldy and Brock Faber, it raised eyebrows. Betting on his own guys in a short tournament meant taking on all the scrutiny if it didn't work out. On Thursday, Guerra looked like a genius. Faber and Boldy connected for the go-ahead goal late in the second period, a play that felt straight out of a Wild highlight reel. "Boldy played a great game," Faber said. "He made my job easy. All I had to do was fire it down there, the lane opened up, and my part was the easy one. His job was the tough part, making that great tip." One game doesn't define a tournament, but seeing Faber log nearly 19 minutes of ice time and Boldy contribute offensively was a reassuring sign that Guerra's faith in them was well placed. For the US, the challenge now shifts to Canada on Saturday in a matchup that could shape the path to the Four Nations Championship. If Thursday's performance was any indication, this American squad isn't just here to compete, they're here to dominate.